That is how that foundation has been built. So a 10x developer does not build projects randomly. When it comes to project, they just do not build projects for a namesake. What they do, they picks up the real world problem and then they try.
Impact that is going to, web development is going to have because of AI. So that impact would be there. Where, see, right now, 80% of the bandwidth of web developers, it goes into repetitive tasks. What are these repetitive tasks? Testing, debugging, documenting their code. So they invest 80% of their bandwidth into these tasks. So these are the tasks that AI will take care of. We still have, like recently you might have heard about the tools such as GitHub Copilot is there, Google Lighthouse is there. These tools already exist. These are already replacing these repetitive tasks. So down the line, the definition of web developer is definitely going to change.
Now the web developers won't be investing 80% of their time into these repetitive tasks. AI will do it for them in 2 minutes. But they will be expected to solve more complex problem now. Because you have a particular bandwidth now, you have a free bandwidth where you can utilize your potential to solve more complex problems, more and more complex problems. Thus, AI is not going to snatch away any jobs or replace any jobs. And when it comes to AI, let me be very clear. Not only tech industry is going to flourish because of AI, there are other industries around which are going to get flourished. For example, whether it's finance industry, where AI models can help to, calculate the risk involved, whether it's healthcare, where AI is already replacing CT scans, X-rays, MRIs, whether it's retail industry. So around every industry is going to get flourished because of AI. And whenever this evolution is happening, there is a need of web developers. Thus, it's going to create more opportunities for web developers. But yes, I am reiterating, the definition of web developers or the web development will definitely change. It's not going to stay the same. Now, web developers would be expected to do some more complex tasks. For that, they will have to upskill themselves. So, the 10x developer, what they do? They adapt to these advancements and they make themselves more productive and more efficient as per the industry requirement. Now the question is, how do they understand this industry requirement? Because we are also studying in college, right? Most of our participants are from college that have joined us. How does a 10x developer understand the industry requirement? See, they choose the right industry mentor for themselves. They have an industry expert and they stay in touch with them to understand what's happening in the industry right now. What is the current trend of industry? What is going to be there trending after 2 or 3 years? Competitions, I would say, like ICPC, GShop. But what happens most of the time, the learners are not aware about it. The students are not aware that anything of such sort is actually happening around the world. Open source contribution, like
most of the students, I would say most of the students are not aware, even the final year graduates. Or third year or the pre-final year of college. You can relate to it. Whenever we go into platforms like Instagram, that I went for an interview to apply for an internship, and they were asking me for an experience. But that is what something I am looking for. In the very first time I am giving an interview, I am looking for an experience. So guys, from where to bring that experience? How will you bring that experience? Most of us are unaware that this open source contribution are as equivalent as a paid internship. Now, what value does this open source contribution hold? You might have heard about an open source operating system, that is Linux. So the code library is always visible to all, always available to everyone. Now you can just go and make your contribution to that. You can put your code there, and if that code is selected in their production, it will be used by millions of users globally. Just imagine. So this open source contribution, this relevant open source contribution that you will be making is more worth it than the paid internship that you are looking for in the industry right now. Got my point? So you have to be aware about it. A Tenix developer is always aware about such things. They ask a lot of questions because they are curious, and that is how you learn things. You ask a lot of questions, you get a lot of answers, and then you learn something. They are not restricted to a particular skill set. They keep on exploring additional skill sets like data, competitive programming, blockchain. So they keeps on exploring these additional skill sets. So this is how you become a Tenix developer. This is what it takes to become a Tenix developer. And if we talk about the current education system, we all know, like, it's not to demean anyone or to put someone down. Like, you all must agree that in 98% of colleges in our country right now, the curriculum that is being used is already outdated. A curriculum that has been updated 5 to 10 years back. How can a curriculum that was being updated 5 to 10 years back can help you meet the requirement of the industry today? It cannot. We have seen that in the past 5 to 10 years, there has been a lot of advancement in tech space. Lot of advancement. So, how can an outdated curriculum can help us meet the requirements? It cannot. Also, there is a lack of right mentorship and resources. What do I mean by lack of right resources and mentorship? See, in our college, how do we learn? Either we learn from our peers, either we learn from our seniors, or we learn from our faculties, right? But guys, our peers and our seniors are themselves not Tenix developer. True. When it comes to our faculties, they are cut off from the industry for the longest time. They are proficient enough to guide you around the curriculum that the university has given them. They can teach it to you in the best way. But that curriculum is outdated itself. And the faculties are themselves not aware about the current industry trend. So they can guide you, but in a very limited capacity always. Thus, it's not going to help you become a 10x developer, but yes, somewhere a 0.5x or just a developer, it can help you. But that is not what's going to be the requirement of the industry down the line after 2, 3 or 4 years. I hope now everyone is clear about this definition of 10x developer. What does it take to become a 10x developer? If yes, then I'll just need your acknowledgements in the chat box so that we can move ahead. So, are you all aware now of this term 10x developer clearly? What is a 10x developer? Who is a 10x developer? Thanks for being so interactive, guys. I can see a couple of responses here. Rohan, Swastik, Mustafa, Shubham, Rupesh, Rizwana, Radhe Lokhande is there, Utkarsh is there, Shushmita Negi is there. Guys, someone is saying that my audio is lagging. Is it so? Okay, it's lagging a bit. Okay, some are saying yes, some are saying no. So I think that actually is because of the network connectivity. Okay. Okay, so that's clear to almost everyone now, I think. Okay. Thank you for the acknowledgements, guys. So we will move ahead with the other term now. We'll be understanding up in detail about the next term, that was Tech Varsity. Also, before moving ahead with the Tech Varsity program, I'll just request you all, if there is any question, any concern that is coming in your mind right now, you please put it down in the chat box. Then and there you pen it down so that at the end of the webinar, we can pick your questions up and we can answer them in the live Q&A segment. So anything you feel like asking to me, you can put it down there and we will be attending you towards the end of the webinar for sure. I think we can go ahead now. Okay. So guys, Tech Varsity. What is Tech Varsity? As I already said, that this is a program. Now, what sort of program? A program that has been designed by 10x developer to make you a 10x developer. Right? Now, this complete program of Tech Varsity really have 6 pillars. What are those 6 pillars? The very first one is Future Ready Curriculum. What is a Future Ready Curriculum? A curriculum that has been designed by that has AI infusement there in this curriculum. Also, this is a blended program. It's not like a recorded program or a completely live program. It's a mix of both. So that is the reason why we call it a future ready curriculum. After that, we have hands-on learning. Hands-on learning actually reflects that this entire program, the learning model or the learning method is into 3 stages. That's learn, excel, and stand out. Usually what happens, we believe that if we have learned a concept, like for example, if I have learned the concepts of DSA, now I'll be standing out of the competition. Now I have got a good profile, I'll get placed in it. But it is not the case. If you learn something, it's very important for you to excel first. How you excel? You excel by solving more and more complex problems. That is what I'm telling you in case of DSA, right? Similarly, whenever you are learning any technology, how will you excel in that? You will excel in that by making projects, by participating in hackathons, by participating in relevant competitions. That is how you excel in what you learn. Getting my point? So, it's very important that you learn first, then you excel, and that is how you make a job magnet profile that stand out of the competition. So, this program has a lot of questions, like 2000 plus questions that you will be solving. Live instructor guided project with evaluation and a dedicated relationship manager to help you out during the entire course of this program. Third pillar is 10x Developers Club. As we were discussing in the previous slide, that most of our colleges and universities today, they lack these proper clubs and committees, right? And even if there are certain clubs and committees that they have, those are just run by the students. So there is no proper, I would say, expert talks or something that is happening there on a regular basis. These clubs are just run by the students. Correct? So these clubs that TechVarsity program is providing you, first of all, to be very clear, these clubs are run in collaboration with IIT Bombay. So all our clubs that will be there in TechVarsity program will be run in collaboration with IIT Bombay. So each and every event that you will be attending, each and every competition you will be participating, you will be getting certificates where IIT Bombay will be mentioned over there that you have been a part of those clubs and committees. Also, why we are doing this? There is a question why there is a need of collaborating these clubs with IIT Bombay. That is one of the finest institute in India. See guys, peer-to-peer learning is very important in shaping your career, I would say. It's very important in what environment you are keeping yourself and who are the peers with whom you are learning any concept. So to give you that good environment where your peers are as passionate as you about learning something, about a particular interest, these clubs are being made and they have been officially been in partnership with IIT Bombay. Moving ahead, there is a personalized mentorship. That is the fourth pillar of this program. So immediately from the very first day when you join this program to the final day of placement, you get one-on-one mentorship. Whether we talk about doubt support, whether we talk about expert talks, live interaction, this personalized mentorship is always there for you. This program is very flexible. Why we call it a flexible program? Because this is a semester-based program. This entire 2-year program is divided into 4 different semesters, semester 1, 2, 3 and 4. Once you complete one semester, you can go to the next semester. But if you are not confident about going ahead, if you don't feel that you should go for the next semester, you can drop out of the program then and there. For example, if you have done your semester 1 and you don't want to go to semester 2, you will drop from the program in semester 1. But you, right? Also, there is a pause option in this program. So, if there are your college practicals that are going on for 10 days, what you can do, you can use your pause days, you can pause this program for 10 days and your future deadlines will be shifted further. So, this way you won't be compromising either with your college studies or with the program. Then you get an access after you complete all 4 semesters and you complete this entire program. You get an access to Coding Ninja's placement cell. What is Coding Ninja's placement cell? The Coding Ninja's placement cell actually brings out 1,200 companies opportunity to hire you. You get an opportunity to get hired by 1.5 lakh. Referred by 1.5 lakh plus Gemini base that we have. Also, there is a commitment that we made that unless you get your very first job, this assistance would be there. This continuous assistance will be provided to you. I hope we all are now very clear about these 6 pillars of TechVarsity. We will move ahead towards the next slide. So what are these 4 semesters? What learning will you get in these 4 semesters? I'll quickly tell you that. So the program is divided into 4 semesters. Semester 1, where you will be mastering your data structures and algorithm, along with introduction to Java programming and the basics of front-end web development, that is HTML and CSS. Every semester you can see there is an option of elective. This is a subject that you can learn if you want to, but it's not mandatory. So if you want to explore additional skill set, you can do these electives. So by the first semester when you will complete your program, you will be a master in DSA, Introduction to Java Programming, and you will be having a good command on HTML and CSS. And if you choose elective, you will be a mastering Google spreadsheets as well. Once your semester 1 is completed, you will move ahead for semester 2, where you will be mastering the advanced front end. What is the advanced front end? That is React and JavaScript. Along with this advanced front end, what you will be also doing, you also will be practicing advanced DSA problems now. You will be solving complex DSA problems. Correct? And here you get an elective of Power BI. So you get an opportunity to learn and explore the data side as well. Correct? Once you complete your semester 2, you can move to semester 3. In semester 3, before going to backend development, you will be given complete education around DBMS, databases, and SQL will be taught here. So that data connectivity visualization is also there. That visibility is there. So by the time you complete your third semester, what you will be covering? Mastering data science, data structures and algorithm, mastering front-end development, back-end development, and if you explore the electives, then you will be having a proficiency in data. Like you will be mastering tools like Power BI, and you will be also studying competitive programming as an elective subject in semester 3. Now comes the final semester, which is very important from this complete entire program point of view. How? See, by the time you complete your semester 3, you are already a developer. But in semester 4, you will be deploying, integrating, and developing these full stack applications with DevOps and AI. See, in this semester, you will be learning about those AI capabilities, those AI tools, which will help you stand out from competition. Now you will be having an idea, you will be given clarity around how you can save your time by not doing those repetitive tasks again and again. How you will be able to make that upper edge from rest of the competition. Also, this is very crucial from a point of view of your placements as well. Because here the subjects that you are learning are very important from placement point of view. Such as system design is there, aptitude is there, operating system is there, computer networks is there. So these are very important subjects from point of view of interviews as well. And once you complete your final semester, you will be getting an access to our placement cell, and you will be getting all the certificates of completion and excellence. Right? So moving ahead, you won't only learn, you will also be making projects. What sort of projects you will be making? So parallelly, apart from learning the concepts, you will be building projects like Spotify, Instagram, Netflix, and there will be 50 plus guided projects that you will be making. These projects you won't be making directly in the final semester or third semester. So in the very first semester, you will be making clone of a website. Second semester, you will be building the front end of a project. Third semester, you will be developing the back end of Spotify. And in final semester, you will be deploying your project. So by the time you complete your TechVarsity program, you will already be having 3 major projects in your hand. Right? Hands-on learning is something that we have already discussed. This is a 3-stage model: learn, excel, and stand out. What is the profile that you will get after the program? You can refer to this as screenshot. This is a profile of a 10x developer that you will be getting after the program. What does this profile have? You can see. It shows how many contests you have attempted, what was the contest rating, how many certificates you have earned, what badges you have earned, what projects you have built. Everything is there in this profile, and this profile is completely managed by Coding Ninjas. You don't have to just go and update it every time. We will be managing this profile for you. Where we will be managing this profile for you guys? On Naukri. Code 360 by Naukri.com. So this profile of yours will be visible to thousands of recruiters out there who are looking for the right candidate or those 10x developers. Moving ahead, there are 10x Developers Club. As I already said that these clubs are run in collaboration with IIT Bombay, and there are certain interest areas depending on which we have made these clubs. So open source club, where people who are passionate about open source contribution can join this club. Competitive club, someone who is passionate about joining. Clubs where there is an update about competitions, where there are experts coming and guiding us around the competition. You can join this club. Then someone who want to understand these emerging technologies like blockchain or Web3, they can join Next Gen Club. Soft Skill Club is something which I'll recommend to everyone. They should join it. Because we know how important soft skills are from a point of view of interview or building networks. So these are the 4 clubs that we have made right now. In all these clubs, there will be expert talks that will be happening. For example, in competitive club, there will be the finalists of the competitions like ICPC, G-Shock. They will be coming and guiding you guys that what it takes to crack those competitions. So these are the vibrant clubs and committees that we provide in this program. Moving ahead, there is a personalized mentorship. So the mentorship is divided into 4 different segments. One is Guardian Angel program, live session, one-on-one doubt support and expert talks. What is Guardian Angel program? In Guardian Angel program, when you join this program, Tech Varsity, from very first day, we will assign an industry expert with you. This industry expert is there to guide you throughout the program. If you want to connect with the Guardian Angel, you can book a slot with him. You can connect with him and then you can discuss about if you want to have a mock interview, if you want to get your resume reviewed, if you want to understand what project you should build, around anything, for any clarity, you can connect with your Guardian Angel. He's the right fit to guide you around the trends of industry. Right? Then there are live sessions, as I already said. So these live sessions will be there where our 10x developer will be interacting with you, because this is a blended program. So it's not just about recorded content, it's also about the live interaction that we have. These interactions will be there on regular interval of time. Then comes the most interesting part, that is personalized one-on-one doubt support. Every time you face any doubt, from 10 a.m. to 12 in the midnight, you can raise your question, you can raise your query. Mentor will be connecting with you on a one-on-one basis and he'll be guiding you. There is no limit of question. Like you have to just ask 10 or 20 questions in a day. No. You can ask as many questions you want. You can ask hundreds of questions. That mentor will connect every time on one-on-one basis and will be helping you out. Then there is expert talk. In expert talk would be happening where? This expert talk will be happening in your clubs and committees. Where these young startup founders, where the competition finalists, where the open source contributors, they will be coming and guiding you all around this. Right? So these expert talks will be also happening in a regular interval of time. Then this program is flexible. We all know it has an optional exit, pause option that we discussed, and also electives. There is a variety of electives that you can choose from. Then there's a placement cell, which we already discussed. With placement cell comes an opportunity to get hired by 1200 plus companies, get placed in man companies, and also an opportunity to get a lucrative CTC as lucrative as 1CR plus. And there are other partners who hire from us. We have already mentioned some of them. So you can see the companies that hire from us. Paytm is there, PayPal is there, Apple is there, Cred is there, Optum, Walmart, Oracle, Meta, Media.net. So these are the organizations that hire from us. Apart from them, there are many other organizations. There are 1200 plus companies that hire us. Out of all the 10x developers that has studied from us, these are the example of 4 10x developers that recently got placed with 2 these organizations and they have studied with Coding Ninjas. So Gauri Hegde, 28 LPA, Senior Software Developer at PayPal, Rashid Khan, 30 LPA, Senior Software Engineer at Oracle, Himanshu Singla, 31 LPA, Engineer at Amazon, and Akash Pal, 50 LPA, Senior Software Engineer at Bharat Petroleum. So these are some 10x developers that has shared certain learnings with Coding Ninjas and in the past and who got themselves upskilled and transformed themselves into 10x developers with Coding Ninjas. Right? Moving ahead, you can also go on LinkedIn and you can type Coding Ninjas in the search box. You will get to know That in Microsoft, there are 323 of our alumni. In Google, there are 418 of our alumni is already placed. 377 of our alumni are already placed in Amazon Hotel. Right. So these are some stats that I think would be helpful for you all. Now coming to the payment process, how to get enrolled in this program? See, to block your seat, this is a very exclusive program, guys. So we don't have to, make multiple batches. That's not the thought behind it. There is a very limited batch strength that we have kept. So whosoever is interested or who wants to join this program can book their seat by paying 5,000 rupees. Then there is the semester fee of 30,000 rupees every semester that you have to pay. You cannot pay multiple semester fee at a time. You cannot pay 2 semester, 3 or 4 semesters collective fees at a time. You have to pay 1 semester fee at a time. You have to study that semester. Then you have to decide whether you want to go to the next semester or not. If not, you can drop off the program. I hope this is clear to everyone. Moving ahead, the attendees of this webinar will be getting 2,000 rupees exclusive discount in the very first semester fee. So the very first semester fee would be 28,000 now, effective fee, not 30,000. But yes, 5,000 registration amount is mandatory to get your seat booked first. So anyone who is interested to get enrolled or who wants to understand about this program in more detail before getting enrolled, you can connect with our career expert and they can help you how this program will help you to become a 10x developer. You can have a detailed conversation with them. You can connect with them over a video conference as well. So you can drop your contact numbers in chat box. These numbers will be only visible to us and not to anyone else. So you can you are interested in only Java. See, in the very first semester, there is Java, DSA, and HTML and CSS. So the motive of this program is not to make you proficient in Java. To be very frank, to be very honest, it's not only about Java. It's about making you a 10x developer, because I think today in the industry, only Java cannot fulfill all the requirements, right? So it's important for you to transform yourself into a 10x developer if you want to meet the requirement of this industry today. Also, you must have seen your college seniors as well, who might be getting graduated or who have got. See, when we enter our college, we always have this very clear thought, very clear vision in our head that we want to become a software developer. We want to become a web developer. But what happens towards the end? We settle down for. Why does that happen? What do you think? Or we settle down for certain mass recruitments where a company comes and they hire hundreds of employees and they take most of it. Why does that happen? Because see, the thought that we have initially when we join any college is different. Then what happens down the line in those 4 years is very different. We have to invest our time in learning. We have to understand the requirement of industry, because if someone would have told you in the very first year that listen, if you won't study these things, if you won't keep yourself updated about these things, you are not going to get placed as a software developer. Even we have so many friends around us who are computer science graduates. Are they all developers today? I'm not asking about 10x developers, just developers. There is a batch of around 300, 400 in colleges of computer science and IT. Do they all become 10x developer or a developer? No. They go and settle for other jobs, different jobs. Right? So it's very important for us to make ourselves aware, because this evolution is happening at a very high pace, guys. It's happening at a very high rate. You and I can never imagine of that. I'll just tell you an example. You must have heard about Google Translate. It took 78 months for Google Translate to reach 100 million plus active user globally. 78 months. Then there came a social media platform, Instagram. We all use Instagram today. It just took 30 months for Instagram to reach 100 million plus global active users. Just 30 months. And you all must be aware about ChatGPT, the recent AI advancement that has happened. What do you think? How much time ChatGPT took? It's not a social media platform. It's not a translating application or something. How much time does it take to reach 100 million plus global users? Just 2 months. So that is a pace at which this advancement is happening today. So we have to keep matching that pace, or else we will have to settle down for certain jobs which we never aspire to. Right? Okay, so moving on to the next question. Sushmita Negi, we have got your contact detail. Okay, Vidaina Srivastav, how to register for SEM 1? I mean, from website, or will there be a link provided after this session? Vidaina, you'll be getting a call from our career expert after this session. If you can just share your contact detail, and our career expert will get in touch with you so that you can register there. Right? Yes, someone has written there are actually a lot going in today's market. Yes, there's a lot going in today's market. And I'm not saying we have to keep up with everything, but at least with something that we want to become. If we are sitting in this webinar today, we have a thought, we have a vision that we want to become a web developer someday. It's our responsibility to make ourselves updated about that, to keep ourselves updated about that. We will have to go in that direction. Because after that, we cannot just sit and regret at the final year when there are placements, then we have to settle down for certain other jobs. Then I could have done that. I could have kept myself updated around this. That's not going to work that time. Then what happens after college? We do some course for 1 or 2 years, and then we upskill ourselves, which we could have done in our college, and then we become ready for the placements. And then we try to explain that why the gap is there in the interviews. So there's a lot of problems that comes, but it's the sooner you realize about this, the better you get, right? So any of the questions, guys, you can drop it down in the chat box. So Vidaina, we haven't got your contact details here. If you can just put down your contact detail, we can arrange a call for you as well. This is the third year of BTech in this. Okay to start. See, I can't see your name. Can you just put down your name and contact detail? This is, see, for everyone who can complete this program by the end of the final year, this program is the right fit for you. Absolutely a right fit for you. You don't have to worry about the placements, internships, or anything. There is a placement cell that is, I would say, better than most of the colleges in India right now. Correct? So you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, Swastik, we have got your contact detail. Okay. Yes, this program will end in 2 years. Okay. So anyone wants to share the contact details or want to get a call back from our end, please do so. Okay. So I can still see there are a lot of participants in this webinar. I'll just request you guys to put down your questions and we will be answering them one by one. Or you can just share your contact detail in case if you want to know details around the enrollment part or you want to have a word with our career expert. So the question is, are we going to stay relevant for this industry after 2 years? So I'm assuming you might be in second year. Raj, you might be in second year, you're asking this question. So see, to answer that question very honestly, the answer would be no, we are not going to stay relevant for this industry after 2 years with the current skill set that we have. If you want to stay relevant for this industry, you have to upgrade yourself. You are relevant for this industry. You might be relevant for this industry today because you know what's required here today. Down the line, after some time, you won't be relevant. Why? Because I have already shared an example at what pace this industry is revolutionizing. This is evolving at a much higher pace you and I can imagine. So down the line, after 2 years, the requirements are going to be different. AI is going to play an important role in web development, giving web developers more power to solve more complex problems. So someone who genuinely want to become a 10x developer is someone who is going to stay. Any other questions, guys? So guys, you can also drop your contact details if you want to have a one-on-one with our mentors. So they will be giving you a call back. You can ask them around any of the details that you're not clear with, and they will be getting back to you. You can book a slot with them, and they'll be answering your queries as well. Yeah, Vinay, we have got your contact detail. Anyone else who want to have a word with our career expert, they can, and they can share the contact details. Vidana, Shushmita, Digant, Swastik. We've got your contact details. Anjali, Pranav, Madhav, we have got your contact detail. Arunesh, we have got your contact detail. Vikram, we have got your contact detail. Okay. Any other question, guys? Anything you want to ask, or we are good to wrap this webinar up now. If you want to ask anything, you can just raise it in the chat box or the Q&A segment. Else, we will be wrapping this webinar in a minute or two now. Okay. So I'm assuming we have answered all the questions and there are no questions left. So we will be wrapping this webinar now. So I'll just wait for a minute or two at max so that you can just share your contact detail and can ask anything if you want to ask. Tejaswini, Vaishnavi, Vinay, Vishnu, anyone who wants to ask anything, Sashank, Sanchit, Mustafa, Mehak, Lakshman, Ishwari, Kopeshwari, Divit, Digant, anyone who wants to ask anything, Darshini. Okay, so assuming that we have answered all the questions, we have covered all the topics, I'll be wrapping this webinar, summing this webinar up. So guys, thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience, I would say, for being so interactive throughout the session. And I'm sure that some of you will be a 10x developer one day, and you all will be able to make it. I wish. All the best, all the luck to each one of you. Thank you so much for joining this webinar today, and have a great evening ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
अभी नहीं यार ध्यान दे मैं यहाँ तो वो काम पे आता बिल्कुल काम करने वाला काय काम करते हो मैंने तो पहले की मैंने की बेटा ब्याह है अंदर ही रहने का बच्चा तुम काम पे ही लगेंगे थोड़ा खर्चा कैसे वसूली हुई अभी साल 2 साल जाते हैं तीन बैठने में करवाई जामुन टोला नहीं पड़ेगा काली काली लेगी नहीं ये तो ना बड़ा सा भीड़ तो है जहाँ पे मुंह ले रही है सारी का बड़ा सा भीड़ लगे